Sweet. All right, this is Jeff Yang's actual practice run at the Wild West FPV shootout.
Well, hey guys, how's it going? It is 7 Demo 7, and you guys are watching the practice session from the Wild West wing shootout. I'll just go over some of the procedures that we did and a few of my laps from practice. Now, the launch sequence, basically we're going to fly downrange here, do a U-turn, and come back to the start-finish gate, and that's when our time started. Now, we're not actually racing against each other, we're racing against the clock, so we're trying to get our best time. So here's what we do. We make a little turn, and we come down the front straightaway towards those pylons that are upright. Okay, so this is my very first practice session. You'll be able to hear the throttle. It's pretty low. I'm just trying to make my way around the track. I was averaging around 35-second laps here. The cool thing about this FPV race is they had all the video receivers set up on a large bar where we all plugged in our fat shutter goggles. We didn't even need a battery for our goggles, so we just plugged in, sat down, and all the channels were actually already selected for us. So that was really awesome. Okay, now we're coming into the second lap here. This is Volkar. He did some launches for me, and I did for him as well. And that's my launch for the second practice session. Now, the second practice session, wind was a big issue. We started getting blown around quite hard. You can see some of the flags flopping around, but definitely getting more brave here. Lap times for me went up from 35 seconds down to about 29 seconds, so shaved a good amount of time off of that first practice session, just kind of warming up and getting used to the course here. I tried to pick some laps here when I'd actually have somebody else in frame, which is kind of cool, but those times ended up not being very often. So we are running 10-second laps here. Excuse me, 10 laps, not 10-second laps. But here I'm going to go for a second lap here, so just so you can guys get a little bit of a feel for the flow. I learned on this next yellow pylon here that I was cutting it too hard. I actually didn't need to cut it as hard as I did, so I would cut it a little bit too hard, and then I would have to correct by flying back left, even though I was fly back right, even though I was going left. And you can definitely see the speed is much higher in this segment here.
All right, this is Jeff's third qualifying run.
Third
Ready?
Session here. Definitely gonna step it up a notch here. Keeping my throttle pinned a little bit more. Even though I was trying to go faster, I still was right around 28 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. So I only cut about a second off. I'm running an 8x4 prop on a 1400 kV motor, and I decided I needed a little higher pitch. So I'm going to tomorrow on the actual race session, going to run an 8x6 inch prop instead of the 8x4. So that should give me a little bit more punch on the straightaway. Some of the fastest times out there were 21 and 23 seconds, which was just insane. Alright, so I'm getting a little braver here. Just a little bit faster than my second run. Alright guys, so this lap here was from my third session. I got about 4 or 5 laps in, and I do crash on this lap, so I'm going to let you guys watch the rest of this. Just in a few seconds you'll get to see my, not too gnarly of a crash, but my battery did get ejected quite far, and it's going to be right around this last pylon here. I was probably looking at the guy up in the air. Here it is in 50%. And here it is at about 25%. So anyway, guys, I had a great time. The host, teamlegit.com, was just fantastic. Lots of food for everyone, and kept the races going along. So I'll be sharing some actual race footage and also some interviews on my next video. So cheers, guys.